Sweeney, the Life Specialist. Welcome to the Get a Life Show, the show that gives you the tools and principles necessary for an outstanding life. Today's segment is called Life Nuggets, and today I'm talking to you from the topic lead, follow, or get out of the way. Today, I need you to make a decision to do one of those three things. I need you to either lead, become the leader that you're supposed to be, follow the leader that you're supposed to follow, or get out the way. Stop hindering the other two. Listen, the world is begging. The world is groaning. The world is awaiting the manifestations of true leadership. This world needs people who are true leaders. People who define influence for the positive. People who are willing to sacrifice for the needs of others. People who are willing to go there and trailblaze the way that they're asking us to follow. Leaders are what's needed. There are some of you out there who are natural born leaders. People who have been called to lead, influence, and direct other people. There are millions of young people out there who are suffering from identity crisis. They're suffering from lack of direction, lack of parenthood, and they're calling for leaders. We need people who are willing to get out there and not just say it, but do it. People who are willing to put their own agendas aside for the betterment of you and I. People who are willing to be inconvenienced. And yeah, leaders, you're not leading until you're inconvenienced. And you might say, well, a leader shouldn't feel that way. Absolutely they should. A leader doesn't always feel like being there. They don't always feel like picking up the phone. The difference between a leader and someone else, though, is that they do pick up the phone. They are there. And the world is crying for more of you. The world is begging for people who are willing to take up the cause and run with it. People are willing to organize, structure, set the standard, and then live up to it. The world is crying for you, leadership. The world is saying, please show us. Please live what you're saying. Please do what you promised you were going to do. The world is calling for you, leaders. They're asking you, please, show us the moral way. Please, not another scandal. Please, leadership, love your wives, love your husbands. Please, leadership, discipline your own children. The world is begging for real leaders. The next one is followers. Now listen, you can't be a good leader until you learn to follow. The world needs people who are willing to take up the cause that a true leader has laid down and run with it. A follower does not care about the limelight. All they care about is the issue that they believe in. All they care about is that the job gets done. All they want to see is that their leader is able to sleep at night because their vision is being carried forth. A follower does all the behind-the-scenes stuff. The stuff that doesn't give them kudos but gives them satisfaction to know that they matter, that they're a part of something. Without a vision, the people will perish. But without people to follow the vision might as well be sitting on the couch at home watching TV. We need good followers. Not the type that wants to take over for their leader, but the type that doesn't mind being mentored by their leader so eventually they can take over. Come on, are you a good follower? Are you submitted to what your leader is saying? Do you go the extra mile for your leader? Are you willing to stay up late? Hang out at the office a little bit longer? Do what you can do to make the project go over smoother. Come on, the world is begging for more followers. People who are willing to not just be called upon, for the trophy. But in the midnight hour when nobody's watching, are you willing to type that letter? Are you willing to have that meeting? Are you willing to stay a little bit longer? Because you believe in what you've been called to do. The world is calling for you, followers. The third person is the people who need to get out the way. You're not willing to lead, and you sure ain't willing to follow. So what I need you to do is get out of the way. Stop hindering the people who are trying to lead. Stop making life hard for them. Stop backbiting and fighting and causing strife amongst the followers. Stop being a burden to the person that the responsibility is on. Get out the way. Go home. Sit down somewhere. But stop dragging everybody down. Stop causing strife amongst the followers. The people who are trying to listen to the leader. Stop vacillating between the both. One day you're a leader, the next day you're a follower, next day you're a follower, next day you're a leader. Come on, why don't you pick one? But if you're not going to be one or the other, I need you so much to just be quiet. I need you to stop always having an opinion but no solution. I need you to stop always knocking what everybody else is trying to do. I need you to stop discouraging the followers when they're trying to follow with everything they have. But maybe they're getting a little tired. You always got something to say. You always got a point to prove about what ain't working right and who ain't doing what. And who really needs to be over it. But when it comes down to work, you're nowhere to be found. When it comes down to do the extra, you're doing the bare minimum, if that. If you're not willing to lead, and you're not willing to follow, then get out the way. Get out the way of the ones that's trying to make it happen. Get out the way of the ones that believe. Get out of the way of the ones that say, I know this can be done if we just work together. If that's not you, get out the way. Get out of here. Nobody needs you. Nobody wants you. You're like a cancer. That won't go away. The world is calling for leaders. The world is calling for followers. And if you're not either one, the world is asking you to take a hike. This is Andre Sweeney, the life specialist. And I'm here to help you get a life.